Hello, everyone. Kelly Myskowski of Inner Light Transformational Coaching and Craniosacral Therapy here with you for part 2 of my secret sauce to dealing with my perfect storm. Some chronic stress and tension and pain and headaches and whatnot that I've been dealing with for over a couple weeks now. And what I would love for you to get out of this is an understanding of what is naturally available to you within your body to heal, to self-correct whatever is going on within you. You have those resources built within you. Just sometimes they get overwhelmed by what you've experienced, and at the time, your body has to survive, and that has to be its priority versus thriving. And sometimes you're coping and adapting, and that's the way that you're living, and you'll continue to experience some dysfunction and distress and chronic pain and chronic tension or stress or other health problems and life challenges if you don't get to the root of what's going on and resource that system so that it can heal more fully, more completely, and you can thrive. So to keep this short and understandable, I'm going to introduce one more concept to you for now and hopefully keep this video uploadable in a reasonable amount of time. Yesterday, in my last video, I mentioned that your brain and spinal cord live in this wonderful, clear fluid environment called the cerebrospinal fluid. That fluid bathes those things and brings nutrients into your brain and into your spinal cord, and it washes away all the waste products and gunk that you don't want there. And what we have found is that this fluid, which is contained within the meninges, those are membranes. Those are what gets infected when someone has meningitis, okay? So they're kind of like the balloon of a water balloon, okay? And they're containing the fluid. And there is a subtle increase in the volume of the fluid. And when that volume increases, ideally, the balloon expands and your body expands to accommodate that increase. And then as that tidal wave kind of continues to follow its motion, your body then contracts as that volume of fluid subtly decreases again. We don't know exactly why this is, and we don't know exactly what's driving it as of this point in time, but we know that it's happening and it's observable, and that's what we learn to work with in craniosacral therapy. So much like we have the tides in the ocean, see the picture above me? We have something similar to that going on inside of us, and we capitalize on that. We find that there's a direct correlation between how well that is happening and your health and well-being. And if you've got anything that's unresolved in your body, any patterns of tension that are not allowing that movement, it will show up in one way or another eventually, because your brain and your spinal cord are getting squeezed and they're not getting bathed as well as they should be. So they're not as healthy and they're not as available and able to make the right decisions. Because remember, what are they doing for you? They are taking in information from within you and from outside of you and processing it and making a decision to control all kinds of things, your heart rate, your breathing rate, your digestion, your hormones, etc., to help you survive and be here and live and ideally thrive. And you're not thriving, you're just surviving if anything's interfering with that. Trust me, I've lived it, okay? So to help you understand this a little bit better, I'm going to ask you to use your imagination and play along. Imagine that this is your meninges, this blue rubber glove. So this is the balloon of a water balloon, and inside I have filled it with water, okay? Inside of all of this is where your brain and spinal cord are living. So if I were to squeeze this, see how it changes shape? See how the fluid pushes out? Well, it's not just pushing out, it's pushing in as well. So if your brain was in there, it's going to get pressed. So just like when you eat a big meal and your belly feels full and your belly wants to expand and your belt's in the way or your pants are in the way and you want to loosen your belt and you want to undo that button to give them more room, don't you think your brain would like a little more room too? It doesn't want to be squeezed. Okay, and when it's squeezed, that fluid rhythm isn't as nice as it should be, and the nutrients aren't coming in as well as they should, and the waste products aren't going out as well as they should, and what's in there starts to get a little murky. Nobody wants their brain living in a muddy, mucky, murky puddle, do they? That's what this is all about. And when your brain's healthy, then the rest of you is functioning better too. I will take this a step further in my explanation as to what's going on and help you understand how that gets squeezed and twisted and distorted and bent out of shape and creates pressure based on what else is going on in your body and in your life in another video. Trying to keep them short, uploadable in a reasonable amount of time, not tie you up too much at once, yet provide value. Because trust me, everyone, virtually everyone, can benefit from knowing this information and applying it in their life to create better health for themselves and a better quality of life. I promise you, or I wouldn't be wasting my time telling you. And I wouldn't be wasting your time asking you to listen to me. So I see your light. I see your greatness. I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.